What's up, demons and demonettes? Tis I, Atraxi, Demon Queen, and today I wanted to bring you an updated guide for Elongate's Endless. But before we get into it, as always, toss a like and subscribe down below. Alright, so I'm actually here on second account, as you can see. Well, you can't see because my wings are in the way, but I'll move out, See, you can see we're only in third. That's because we're on second account, and we don't really have the levels because I'm kind of behind on stages, due a little bit of lack of power, a lack of time, right? So that's kind of costing us now with the new 800 cap. We should get caught up probably by the end of the week or so to that 800 so we can start being competitive for those number 1 and 2 slots potentially again, because we do have Freyesto built up who is keep up. Let's get into it. And I wanted to demonstrate on this account because it did have some issues clearing hell due to a lack of power and maybe a lack of levels, we'll say. Yeah. So this was one of the squads that was used to clear it last time, that if you struggled, right, you could use to clear it. This is the Freyesto squad. This has Freyesto here, Shakir in the middle, Kruger in the back, Coco here, Real on Coco, and then Mikola to the side with the Great Sword artifact. Now, this did not work for me. So then I went and tried what I used on main account, which was the Sinbad formation, right, that did the best overall damage last week, which had Thorn in front, Rainer in the middle, Sinbad in the back, Mikola, Coco. Now, that didn't work for me as well. So I went back to the original formation, which used Lenya, and that's what got it for me, right? So we have Kruger in front, Rainer in the middle, Lenya in the back, Mikola to the side, Coco over here, giving her defensive buff to Mikola. This cleared it for me. You could do a similar formation here with Sylvina. If your Sylvina's invested, you put Sylvina in front and Odie here in the back, and then I believe everybody else is the same. And then that's another one that people are using to get the clear, but I never got to try it out. My Sylvina's not built up on this account, so there was no point. Now, let's get into the squad that's giving us the best damage. So after copious amounts of testing by the community, they decided on this one, which seems to be the best overall. Now you can see I got third with it. It did slightly better than the one I ran yesterday, but again, I don't exactly have the levels. But since I wanted to showcase the other ones, we're here. It did get me my highest score. So the formation looks a little bit like this. It's a little wonky. We're running Resonator here. You have the Illusion Cop of Freyesto in front, Shakir in the middle, Smokey in the back, a real copy of Freyesto behind Rainer teleporting Smokey over, right? It's similar to how we did it in Endless during Song, and then Mikola, right? So it's pretty much the same units that we were using during Song. We just have a slightly different formation to take advantage of some of the new things, like Rainer's Charm buff. Yep. So, without further ado, let's all watch it in action. So, I will point out a couple things here as we go through the fight. One of the issues is the low levels. That's why my damage is so much lower than, like, first. And we're gonna have the issue where a Rainer dies. So the levels are big, right? Because we're 800 on main, and main got 56 and change. Now, you're definitely going to want to run it multiple times because there is some RNG to it, right? So I've gotten like a 56.6. I've seen as high as like 58 and change. On server 1, they even had a 60, but that's because the guy has plus 25 everything. So that's the squad you're going to want to run. That'll get your best parts for sure. Again, as always, try to run it as close to reset as possible. Get those maximum reso slots to get that high score, right? Because otherwise, you're going to have these big variances you're going to see, and it's probably coming from the levels, right? So we got a 41.9 here. He's got a 49. Or we got a 41. He's got a 42, right? And we're only in 6th place, even though we have a really good squad. And we do have Freyesto built up. Shakir at plus 10, Mikola now at plus 10, Rainer at plus 10. We're not able to get it because of the reso level. So that's important. So if you're not pushing your stages, try to push stages, right? Because I'm like I'm behind on main account by like 100 or so, maybe probably like 200 stages at this point. And on this count, we're like 500 stages behind like the top players. That's just gonna be RNG. That could be like the power, the time sync because you need to babysit the stages, and all that stuff. I'll have a Create Shellbrute Guide coming out soon, and I will catch you guys later. As always, any comments or questions down below. Bye.